It should have been an ordinary Friday night. Friends gathered at Nolan's loft, music humming softly in the background, glasses clinking as the evening unfolded. I'd been looking forward to it all week, imagining an easy night with my wife Evelyn and my old friend Marcus. But the second I stepped through the door, something twisted in my chest, a heavy sense of wrongness settling over me. And then I saw them. Evelyn's fingers grazed Marcus's arm, her gaze lingering on him with a tenderness I hadn't felt from her in months. Before I could even make sense of it, she leaned in and kissed him, slow, deliberate, intimate. It wasn't a slip or a careless moment. It was intentional, a line crossed without hesitation. The room buzzed on, but for me everything splintered. My heart thudded painfully, breath caught halfway. Yet I stood frozen. Their shared laughter, the way they leaned toward each other, the subtle looks, they all revealed what I had refused to acknowledge. And what hurt most was the satisfaction in their eyes, the thrill of getting away with something forbidden. My hands curled into fists, but I forced myself to remain steady. I knew losing control would only give them more power. My fingers brushed the wedding ring I had worn for years, a symbol of promises that once felt unbreakable. Now it felt like a burden. Carefully, without rushing, I slid it off. The weight of it in my palm was heavier than I expected, carrying the collapse of trust in its cold metal. I walked toward the bar, each step deliberate, calm. When I placed the ring on the counter, it hit with a soft click. But to me it sounded like thunder. Evelyn's expression froze. Her smile vanished. Marcus's easy confidence cracked, panic flashing across his face. Conversations died down around them as people sensed the shift in atmosphere. I didn't say a single word. I didn't have to. My silence delivered the truth sharper than any accusation. Evelyn tried to speak, but no words came. Marcus fumbled for some excuse that never quite formed. Eyes turned toward them, the secrecy they enjoyed moments ago dissolving under the weight of exposure. I turned away and headed for the door, calm and unhurried. My steps were steady, each one a quiet announcement. This is finished. Outside, the cool air hit me, and with it came clarity. As adrenaline faded, it was replaced by a strange, almost peaceful sense of closure. I hadn't yelled or argued. I had acted. That was enough. Driving home, memories of my life with Evelyn flickered through my mind. The late-night talks, shared dreams, gentle moments that once felt sacred. All of it now dulled by her betrayal. Yet I didn't feel shattered. Instead, I felt strangely free. Her choices had broken something, yes, but they had also released me from the illusion that loyalty could be taken for granted. The next day, my phone rang endlessly. Evelyn's trembling voice begged for a chance to explain. Marcus sent long, frantic messages trying to justify the unforgivable. I stayed calm, detached. Their desperation only confirmed the shift. They no longer had control. That evening, Evelyn appeared at my door. Her eyes were swollen from crying, makeup smeared, clothes rumpled. She looked like regret personified. "Please," she whispered, "let me talk." I let her. I stood there as she poured out confession after confession. Every lie, every flirtation, every moment she thought I'd never discover. Shame filled her voice, but I listened with a stillness she didn't expect. My silence rattled her more than any shouting could. Finally, she asked what had haunted her. Why I had taken off the ring and walked away without a word. "Because for months," I said quietly, "you ignored me. You dismissed how I felt, lied, and betrayed the trust we built." I didn't need to cause a scene. The truth was already loud enough. In that moment, she truly understood. The power she believed she had was gone. Reality caught up with her at last. Later, alone in my apartment, I exhaled deeply. I had left with my dignity intact, my self-worth untouched. The shock on their faces, the stunned silence in that room, it would linger with them long after the moment had passed. But not with me. I had walked away clean, composed, and unbroken. And when I looked at the empty spot where my ring used to sit, a quiet smile found its way to my lips. Life would change, but for the first time in a long while I felt ready for it.